Well, happy Monday, team. It's wonderful to be with all of you today. I am joining you from Florida. Excited to be here and recording for you tonight a short message for our team meeting. It is May 3rd. I want to give you an update on everything that I can. Uh, so we're going to talk about this week's plan. It's a little different now that we have a lot going on here in Florida with the business primarily. So lest you think it'll all be sun and fun, we're hoping to get a little of that in. But mostly we're here to work and to do some major expansion on everything that we're working on behalf of the whole team. And I'm hoping to be able to share more and more of that with you in the coming weeks here. But let's talk a little bit about how our schedule is going to change for the team this week. Obviously, tonight is the flying lessons, and we're holding that. Right now, I am in the process of making some major changes to our webinar. So, our normal weekly webinar schedule that would typically happen Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights will not be happening this week, so that I have the opportunity to take that time to work on creating new webinar slides. And we're still working out a few details of what needs to be included in those. But we have lots of recorded webinars, and there's nothing in there that is so outdated that you aren't able to use those. So those links can be found in our Trello board to take you to the YouTube site, or you can get with your upline leader and they can point you to a variety of different webinars, because some are specifically geared toward just investors versus builders. Some are longer and more thorough and complete. Some are really as short as 20 minutes. So please get with your upline leader if you need something that you can't find on the Trello board this week. For Wednesday, we will not have our lunch and learn, but we will still hold our 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time Work It Out Wednesday. Okay, so anybody who needs customer support around any of the projects that we've worked in so far on Wednesdays, you can join us on Wednesday night in this phoenixrisingteam.com meeting link for that. And then on Friday, for our flight plan highlights for this week, what you can watch for, I'll be recording another video just to update everybody on where we're at for this week and how things are moving along. And when I do that, I intend to post that probably to our Trello page, also in our Telegram groups. But everybody gets a long weekend this weekend, because we'll have our Work It Out Wednesday. I'll update you on Friday, and then we'll be back again next Monday night for flying lessons. So in the meantime, if you are not on the Trello board, that is probably critical that you get with your upline leader, get the link. Also, if you are in our Telegram channel, you can see at the top of the Telegram channel, the invitation is pinned for the Trello board. Like if you looked at pinned messages in the Telegram channel, you will see that there. So, so you definitely want to check the Trello board for a couple of reasons. As time goes by and I find that there are fewer and fewer things that I necessarily have to be reporting. Like if you've been with us for several years, you've followed us through the whole evolution of gold through Karatbars into the KBC token, and then even G999. Both of those projects continue to move forward. And I want to make sure that we always support people getting the information that they need to secure their assets. So we have a Telegram channel that is on asset management. Anytime I have those assets, right? So anytime that there are important news around those, I put those in that asset management channel for sure. In addition, I try to post anything that's pertinent like that into our Trello board. It's just listed by those projects. At the same time, you have to take some personal responsibility on this as well, because We are actively working now. For many months, we've tried to make sure we keep you up to date on all those projects, and we will continue to do so. At the same time, we are heavily vested now into what we're working on here with TMN and what I'm going to add on tonight and that you're going to find out about. But in our Telegram channel too, the channel is better than the group. I will eventually be closing the TMN group that we have there because the channel just allows me to post differently to you and keep things organized a little bit better. I just didn't know about the channel when I very first created it. So we want to be sure that everyone is always in a place where they can get all the information that they need. So let's talk a little bit about what's on the radar right now. I want to give you the best update that I can right now on where we're at with things. So many of you have very graciously reported how happy you were this week to find that any outstanding issues you had around TMN token that hadn't been deposited or customer service issues related to things like that are officially solved. Lots of things got solved in this last week. Now, I do know that there are some of you that are waiting on like your position is not in the right spot, or there are some commissions that got made after a position was not properly placed and those kinds of things. So we are still working with customer service representatives to figure out exactly how those things can be resolved. So let me explain to you a little bit why that is. One of the benefits that we have with TMN token is that we have a real-time payment system, right? So when you sponsor somebody, there's not a period of time that you have to wait to qualify for sales or anything like that. If you sponsor someone, they make a purchase, immediately you get credited as soon as that transaction goes through, you're credited in real time with your Bitcoin commission. Well, as a result of that, you can't just easily like shift those pieces around. You can't make those changes in a real-time system without taking that whole system offline and essentially unraveling it. So I want you to know that we have customer service representatives and we have a company that's highly committed to coming up with a good and creative and solid solution for exactly how we can get those things taken care of. And so I'm just going to ask you if that's you, just be patient a bit longer while we get that solved. And in the meantime, if you are somebody who still has any other outstanding customer service issues around TMN token, particularly, let your upline leader know about that. And we'll make sure that those are on my radar and that we definitely get those taken care of. So some of you have issues with incentive income pool money that was deposited. And you might think those are not solved, but that system has been offline. And so because it's offline, it isn't necessarily showing or reflecting in your back office what has happened there. So let me tell you a little bit about that. First of all, I want to assure all of you that there are some things going on in the background, some major enhancements to this incentive income pool, and that I have had eyes on everybody's deposits, and those are completely secure and handled. And I know that that can be frustrating if you aren't able to see them or you aren't able to see what you're expecting to see there on the 23rd or the 30th of each month and that hasn't happened. So I just want you to know that I know what's going on there. I know that we're going to be hearing about some things very soon. It doesn't, it doesn't excuse it. And I also know though that sometimes just an overhaul has to happen in order to go forward in the best way. And that's what I want all of you to know, that that's what's going on over there. Um, it's like the worst excuse, but sometimes it is the one that it is. and that is we're waiting for some legal confirmation around some of the enhancements that we want to do with the pool. And I've been part of projects before where things get announced prematurely, or they announce what they're hoping to accomplish only to find out that they really can't get the legal clearance to do it. So I'm just going to ask all of you to be as patient as you can, because what we're working on is amazing, but at the same time, it has to be done right, and we really are trying to do this thing right and in the proper way. So just know that nobody has forgotten about you. Your assets are secure, and there are good good days ahead on the pool, and that should all be handled very soon. In the meantime, we continue to have a pre-sale, 9 cents on TMN token, $500 minimum paid in Bitcoin, plus 10% right now, extra token. So that's amazing. If you have not seen it, you can download the TMN Android app. And coming within days, we got the iOS app is done and just waiting for the final approval in the Apple Store. And so that is coming like any day now, and we will definitely let you know the minute that that is live for you to download. We've had last week, we finished the conclusion of our very first book club. It's probably one of my favorite things to do with you as a team. And as a result, we took a suggestion of several of the members who said they would really like to read next a book called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. I've actually had the privilege of meeting him, working with him a little bit from afar, and this is one of my favorite books. So I'm really pleased that other people picked it, because I'm happy to reread it anytime at all. And so last time we set a qualification for book club, okay? And it was a prize for people. And this go around, all I'm asking for is the commitment to get the book, to show up Fridays at 5 p.m. Central Time. It's always just under that hour time, because Mastermind comes after it. So all of you on the team are certainly invited to our book club on Friday nights. We're not leaving anybody out on this go round. It may not always be the case. Sometimes it might be something that gets earned through a promotion. But right now, we just want to hang out a little bit for an hour on Fridays. And we will take this week off in time to give everybody a chance to get the book. If you're planning to join us for book club, please let us know in the Telegram group or in the Trello, so that we can get you added to our group and welcome you to book club. That would be great. We're still continuing with our top 10 in sales from our last incentive. We've been doing a 12-week mastermind, and that's been amazing as well. So we're continuing with that, and I may do that again in the future at some point too. And it's just really been a great time of building as a team, because we really have some amazing things in the works moving forward. So that leads me a little bit to talk about, I want to talk about EMH and EM Global a little bit tonight. You've seen on this slide before, you've seen these companies mentioned repeatedly. They're the companies that are backing the TMN project. You've seen that they are part of the use case for our token, that you can use TMN token to buy their products in the coin shop. Well, now I am very pleased to announce to all of you that we are expanding that offering. So I'm actually also the COO for a company called Asland. And what that is we have the contract with all of these companies to be their North American counterpart, to have basically business partners that can go out and primarily in North America, but you really have the capability of working anywhere in the world. You can be a business partner and you can go promote the purchase of precious metals, of rare earth and technology metals, and of investments around the gas and oil eventually. That one's not quite done and in place yet, but for precious metals and for rare earth and technology metals, we will train you. We will help you with those contracts. What that means for you is that you have the opportunity to be paid commissions not only through the coin shop. You don't have to wait until the coin shop releases and through TMN. You can now go out and market the opportunity for people to get precious metals and to get rare earth and technology metals in those coin baskets. So what's amazing about that is that though there are two ways to do it. You can do you can do an upfront investment, but you can also give opportunity for your friends, your family, your neighbors, anybody, yourselves, to save in precious metals or in rare earth and technology metals for as little as, I feel like I should pause for dramatic effect here because this is a big deal, for as little as $50 a month. So this is going to be the chance for you to bring people into long-term, secure, strategic investments for as little as $50 a month, and for you to be paid a residual income on that opportunity. So here's what's great. To be a part of, to be a business partner, it's called a BP, a business partner with within this North American counterpart. All you have to do is ask right now. You will join as a level 1 sales representative. You have the opportunity to move up the ladder with that and create. Let me just say that you've seen the background of how many sales agents they already have over in Europe. Part of the reason this is being offered to you is they saw how fast in North America we were able to grow in the numbers of people that were marketing TMN. And they said, wow, maybe these people would also like to market precious metals, rare earth, and technology metals. And I assured them that we would help train, we would help create a system for you that allows you to be successful in that. You do not have to be an expert in precious metals or in technology metals or any of that. We're going to create a simple system where you can plug in and you can bring people through a system that allows them to save either in large, like what is great about these companies is that it is right down to that $50 a month, or somebody can put in $1 million and they can diversify throughout the system. We have a truly diversified ecosystem for the casual investor or the serious seasoned investor in across the board in strategic assets. The traditional precious metals, rare earth and technology metals, storage solutions for both of those, cryptocurrency, and some other things that are in the works down the road that I think you will all be amazed to find within that umbrella of our North American counterpart, which is called Aslan. So all of that to say, you should let's talk a little bit about our call to action here. Oh, is this it's not the one I wanted. I'll just tell you. Our call to action, your call to action is if you want to be a part of. Now, listen, I also am a freedom of choice kind of leader and gal. If TMN is your thing, if crypto is what you are about, nothing has changed there. You can continue to participate with TMN. You can do just that part. But maybe you're somebody that came over with us from another company, and what you know is gold, and what you know are those precious metals, or you're excited by, like, I have to say, I am so excited by the rare earth and technology metals. That is just not something that's been brought to the average investor in the United States at all. We have an absolutely open opportunity here to bring that to the North American marketplace, especially, and really to around the world. Um, but when I had the chance to look at and find out the kind of incomes that were being created by the current sales agents that you've seen the numbers listed in the presentation of the webinar, and when I found out that their top salespeople have made upwards of seven figures, I knew that I wanted to find out more about how they were doing that. And so this to me feels like the most natural merger between not only being able to offer crypto, but to take the solidity of these three companies and to be able to expand that into the North American marketplace. And that's what we are on the cusp of right now. So I know that it has felt a little messy the last couple of weeks behind the scenes, like what's going on with TMN? What's going on over? And so, what I want you all to understand is that some things are sliding into place behind the scenes that are allowing us to do a massive expansion of what we're capable of offering our customers going forward. It is why I'm here in Florida, and you can see in our new office down here. And so we're expanding to a physical location that we will have here on the North American side of everything that's being offered. And I think that going forward, we're just looking forward to locking arms with all of you, not only with what we've been doing with TMN already, but as we expand into adding even more offerings to our customers. So, in all of this, probably the most amazing part of all, I think back to um, when Jim and I first decided to open our trucking company, right? It was what we knew. Like we knew a lot about heavy equipment operation, or Jim did, and trucking, and I knew a lot about the business side of keeping the books and that sort of thing. And it was a big decision, right? It was we believed in ourselves, and we thought, we can learn, and we have to learn some things, and we knew we wanted to move forward in our own business. At the same time, without a doubt, the most terrifying part of that was that we had to proffer up our life savings, every bit and then some of what we had saved in over 20 years of marriage. And everything that wasn't tied down went into securing our ability to open up that business, because it was expensive. It was a crazy amount of money to get going. And um, I mean, we were moderately successful. We didn't come out losing money, but we didn't exactly make our fortune in that. We probably made we got had learned a lot of valuable lessons, I guess. And we also learned that there's some things you can't always control, like regulations or the economy, or like this year for businesses, they can't control what has gone on within like the global health situation and that sort of thing. Like you can't always control everything. So when you have put up all your capital, it can be kind of a terrifying place to live. So the thing I am most excited about in offering this opportunity to all of you to lock arms with us, to join and to be business partners, is that you do so just with a little sweat equity, really. I mean, it just means there is no package, guys. There is no business package. We're down here setting things into motion, setting the pieces together to make this a viable opportunity, to have the legal stuff behind it, to have all of that put together, because what we want people to have is the chance to build a legacy, to build a business, to build a six or seven figure income for themselves, where the only thing that is limiting you is your own ability to, buckle in, work hard, have an attitude where you want to learn some new things. This opportunity is really for anybody. For anybody, you can dabble around and not reach those upper levels of income, or you can go in whole hog and you can reach the top of the company. And so a couple people on the team have had the chance. We have some inner circle leaders that have committed to move forward with this project. You're going to be seeing more and more of them in the coming weeks, and perhaps a little bit less of us, not because we're not still working, but because we are behind the scenes now, tirelessly putting together some pieces here in Florida to make this the most amazing opportunity for all of you going forward. So whether you continue on just with us in TMN, or whether you choose to get back to your leader and say, yes, I also want to market the precious metals, or you can do one or the other, by the way. You can do just the precious metals, or you can do the rare earth and technology metals, or combine them both. My suggestion to you would be that you get signed up to do all of those things, because then you have the chance to walk in. It's like being an independent agent, right? You're walking into people that you know and saying, here's the buffet of what I have available to you. Pick what you like, pick what resonates with you. That's what I think is amazing about what we have here, is true diversification within an ecosystem. And I have never been, I know I'm not like rah, rah, rah crazy, but I really am excited. I'm excited in the way that a person can feel when you just really know you're on the track of something that's life changing. So I'm serious about it. And that's what allows me to be so thrilled to make this offer to everybody today, and to say that I look forward to seeing who wants to lock arms. Who, if you have more questions about this, we're going to be talking about it a lot over the coming weeks. I'm definitely going to have some Q&A times. So your host tonight will take up some Q&A, and they know a lot about what's going on and can answer your questions. And you can get back to us anytime, and we will also make sure all your questions get answered. We're about being transparent here, and we'll be rolling out more about the compensation as we go forward, and look forward to building, guys, the most amazing team of a lifetime. I feel blessed and honored. Jim does too, with the caliber of people that we work with. And so even though not every little detail is all hammered out or ironed out yet, we just couldn't wait to bring a few more details to you so that you know exactly what's coming going forward. I know how inundated you all get all the time with somebody who's got another offer, another shiny object. Squirrel, squirrel, there's something here, there's something there. There are so many things out there that a person can do and can do well with. And I strongly encourage you to always choose something that fits you, that resonates with you, that makes sense to you. But for us, for now, over 8 years, we began knowing that there was so much stability in precious metals. But we also knew that we couldn't put everything in precious metals, and we wanted to have diversity. And then we came across cryptocurrency, and I took my blockchain course and really started to learn about that. And now we feel like we've really come full circle by putting the rare earth and tech metals in there as well. And that we now have the chance to offer all of those passive opportunities, but also to put together a series of active income opportunities for you to provide upfront income and long-term residual income. So I hope you'll all have stay tuned, keep your ears and eyes open in the coming couple of weeks as you see the enhancements that are coming, and enjoy your Q&A tonight. I will see you very soon. Have an amazing week, everybody.